What's up, y'all? What it do? Welcome back to my channel. Yeah, y'all. What's up? Like, I want to get like so hype, but like this episode is not so hype. Like, it's not. Let me say this. What's the name of this TV show? The Hunting of Bly Manor, y'all. First of all, it got too many ups and downs. And then, like, when I watch it from the night before and then trying to film the review the next day, that ish ain't working because the shit is so mind-boggling that you don't remember the mind tricks that they played with you while you was watching the episode. So, like, you kind of got to record right after you watch an episode or it's going to get lost in translation. It's so damn weird, though. It's like, what the? It's so weird. It's just weird. It's weird. So I got my notes right here. So I'm going to try to explain this episode, but it's just as weird as the one before this one. It's most definitely weird. So this is episode 6. This episode of The Hunting of Bly Manor is called The Jolly Corner. And now that I watched the episode 2 times, I have no idea why it's called The Jolly Corner. The Jolly Corner. I don't know. Okay, so when it come on, the uncle is in his office. So he in his office and he doing his little. First of all, the uncle been in the office since we've been watching The Hunting of Bly Manor. He came out the office one damn time and went and got a drink at the bar. And remember, that's when he met Danny for the second time outside of her interview with him. But other than that, this man been in this damn office. So he in his office drinking. Now, let me say this. The first time I watched the episode, I ain't have my closed captioning turned on. So, if y'all don't know, I'm one of them people that watch with the closed captioning on their TV. If you know, you know. But, like, if you don't watch TV with the closed captioning on, why do I watch with the closed captioning on? Let me just explain it for the people who don't know. Because I don't be hearing what people be saying sometimes. I'm like, what did he say? And if I'm watching TV, the words right there, I can read it. Because I'm more of a reader than a TV watcher. So that's why I had a closed captioning on. But the first time I watched it, I ain't had closed captioning on. Let me tell you, the closed captioning, okay, at first, without the closed captioning, I'm like, okay, let me tell you what happened. So he in the office, he's drinking, and then the secretary tell him that, what's her name? Danny called with an update with the kids. Y'all know he don't want no update about the kids as long as they okay. And if they not okay, call a doctor. Don't call him, period. You know, okay? So, like, he a deadbeat uncle, okay? So, the secretary came in there to tell him about the kids update. And she left. And then he see a man just standing right there. Y'all, why the man is him? Now, at this point, I'm like, shit, is he dead too? Because who all dead in this damn movie? Because, first of all, I want to say this. I know some people dead. I know Peter dead. You remember in the beginning we used to think he was missing. Or he disappeared and ran out with the money. Well, where the hell the money at? I don't like when people die and they got like millions of dollars. Like, give it to somebody. So anyway, you know Peter dead. But Peter sometimes be getting up in my... Girl, I don't know. See, now, I'm like, why am I doing a movie review when I don't even know what the hell going on? Like, a movie review is supposed to tell you what the hell going on. Girl, this is no longer a movie review. Girl, this is me watching TV and don't know what the hell going on. I'm trying to talk to y'all to see, girl, what the hell going on? Because I don't know what the hell going on at this point. So, I would have thought, the first time I watched this episode, I thought the uncle was dead too. I'm like, how the hell that's him and this him and he pouring up. So he was like, you want scotch or bourbon tonight? Asking himself, which is our first time, I thought it was his ghost. So he asked his ghost, do you want scotch or bourbon? The ghost like didn't answer, so he was like, scotch it is. And then he started drinking and the ghost started drinking, and now they both drinking the scotch. Comes to find out, when I got closed captioning on, the closed captioning says alter ego. That's why people like me sometimes turn on closed majority of the time my TV on closed captioning. If I turn closed captioning off, it's because I don't know. I don't know why I turn closed captioning off. It's got to be getting in the way of what I'm watching on TV, so I can't see something, so I turn it off. But other than that, I need closed captioning so I can hear, so I can see what they saying. Okay, so it's his alter ego that he talking to. That's who he talking to, not a ghost in his office. So it jump scenes. Y'all know this is one of these damn TV shows that jumps the scene. The scene gonna jump, and that's on period. It's gonna jump. So the scene jumps to the husband, Dominique, driving into the driveway of Black Manor River fast. So he like, you know how you like, skrrr. So he going like 100-mile-per-hour in the driveway, driving up to the Black Manor. He runs in and talks to, what's his name? The uncle. The uncle opened the door. He was like, blah, 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 I ain't late or whatever. And then he rushing up to the bedroom where his wife is. And yeah, because the wife is having floral at this point. Let me tell y'all something about this movie. The jumping of the scenes at this point. Because in this episode, we learned that Flora realized in the jumping of the scenes is effing her up, and she a little girl. She like, why do I keep going into these memories or dreams or whatever it is? It's confusing, is basically. But like the uncle do it to everybody's, the whole, the TV, the that's all they do is jump scenes. So boom. He rushes up in there. So he asks the uncle, why you ain't take her to the hospital? She having the baby early. It's too early for her to be going into labor. Like, why you ain't take her to the hospital? Because it ain't safe. And then he was like, the hospital 2 hours away. The doctor was 40 minutes away. So we just got the doctor to come here. He was like, but she too early to be having a baby. So he was like, I never would have left if I knew she was going to go into labor early. You know, so he goes in. The uncle like, it's fine. She's still in labor. He was like, well, Miles? He was like, Miles is asleep. And then the daddy Dominique go in there with his wife, Charlotte, while she pushing the baby out, which is she having floral. And then the daddy like, my two girls, I'm here. And then the uncle give that look, baby, boo baby. Now see, girl, we done been in some situations before. But the little brother situation, the two brothers, the kinfolk situation, we can't relate, so. Charlotte, we can't relate. Because I know Ma sucking well. He give her a look. Well, now we all know, everybody that's adults, we like, I know you lying. Because now we know that his ass is banging Charlotte, girl. The brother is banging the wife. His brother wife. Alright. So it jumps the scene and Flora is laying on the ground. Flora laying on the ground. She got dirty feet. She just laying in the middle. Flora at this point. Flora laying on the ground, but Flora is like, whatever she, I don't know if she 5 or she 8. Girl, at this point, nothing. Flora don't know how old she is, okay? So, you know, I don't know. So, either she 5 or she 8. She talk like she 8. But she also be talking like she a ghost. So, neither here nor there. So, Flora laying on the ground, like, you know how when you make slow angels, except for she ain't making no snow angels. She just laying there with dirty feet, just in the middle of the ground. Like, she just magically appeared in the middle of the grounds of the earth. Girl, anyway. Because this shit is just too weird. I don't know what the purr. So, boom. Flora is laying in the middle of the ground. She gets up. Girl, I don't even remember. Like, I don't think nothing happened. She just woke. She just laying in the middle of the ground. That was it. They wouldn't even know she woke up. She was laying in the middle of the ground. She opened her eyes. She stood up. And she's just standing in the middle of the ground. She just laying at that middle of the field in a big ass mansion yard. So, the morning. Girl, I don't know if this is the same morning. I don't know if this is the next morning. At this time, we cannot give you dates and times because all this show do is flash back, flash forward. Girl, at this point, I don't know what year we in and neither do they. Okay? Neither do they. So, what I was gonna say? Oh, what's her name? Danny wakes up and this is her first time seeing Jamie again since they kissed in the greenhouse. So Jamie is cleaning up she watering the flowers in the greenhouse. And then what's her name? Danny comes out there and brings her some coffee. She spit the coffee out because clearly Danny don't know how to make coffee or tea. So she was like, what you doing up so early, Poppins? Because that's what she called Danny. And she was like, no reason, basically. First of all, let me tell y'all how me and Danny relate. Girl. I don't know. Girl, anyway, we just don't talk about feelings. Is she a Cancer? Because at this point, I think Danny a Cancer. You a Cancer girl? Because I think we Cancers. Because you act just like a Cancer. I think Danny a Cancer. And that's on period. So, if she a Cancer, then that means, what's her name? Jamie is a Leo. We ain't even gonna get into that. So she's in there and she just talking to Jamie, and she telling Jamie like, you been gone, Owen been gone, cause y'all know they been gone since the bonfire. So this her first time seeing Jamie again since they kissed in the greenhouse. So she like, you been gone, Owen been gone. She like, Hannah been here. But when Hannah's here, it's just like she gone. Because, God, I don't know what the hell Hannah be spaced out. So, she was like, and the kids acting strange. So, anyway, she just flirting with Jamie. Then she asked Jamie out. She like, can we go to a pub one day? And she was like, can we go to a pub? Can I take you to a pub? And blah, 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 blah. And then Jamie like, you know my apartment is above the pub. So anyway, they flirting or whatever. So, what's the little girl name? Flora walks by. Just out in the middle of the damn yard at 6 o'clock in the morning, walking towards the lake. So, they run after her, which is Jamie and Danny. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. I'm not good with names in real life. I'm gonna have to keep remembering these people's names just as sure as I say it. I don't know. I'm just not good with names. I ain't good with names. Probably, I don't know why I'm not good with names. But yeah. So she runs after Flora and asks her what she doing. What you doing out here? What you doing out here? And Flora like, oh, where am I? Oh, I don't know. And then she was like, was you sleepwalking? And Flora was like, I don't know. And then while Flora right there talking to Danny with Jamie on behind her, what's the lady name? Rebecca is in between them two. And then she touches, what's her name? The little girl. She touches Flora on the forehead. And I guess Flora passed out. And then Girl, when I tell y'all this shit so strange, it's just strange. So she touched her on the forehead, and I guess she passed out. So then, boom. We flashback to Flora in the... She in the bed, she wake up. When she in the bed, she wake up. She, what she do? She in the bed, she wake up, and then she see the little boy. So, Flora is in the bed. And then she wake up. And then when she wake up and look at the foot of her bed, a little head ducks down. So she braver than me, because ain't no way in the hell I see a head duck down when I wake up. I ain't calling no kids' names or nothing. I don't even want to know what that was. But clearly, she a little brave little cookie. So she was like, Miles, is that you? And she goes look down at the foot of the bed. Ain't nothing at the foot of the bed, but she hear a creaking noise. She turn her head. It's a little boy walking into her closet. She gets up. She say, excuse me, excuse me. She walks up to the little boy. The little boy turn around, y'all. The little boy ain't got no face. She takes off running. Mommy, mommy, mommy. She takes off running and then runs to her mama room. She runs to her mama room. And her mama come to the door, half dressed, little, you know, nightgown. I be trying to see how they be banging with them long... with the nightgown and the robe on top, covering herself. Y'all tell me why the uncle ain't. I'm trying to see how do adults always get busted by kids? Like, come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. I got kids. I ain't never got busted. I'm trying to see how the adults always getting busted. You ain't even getting busted by their daddy. You getting busted by their uncle. What's he doing in the room with you? Why he buttoning up his shirt and you ain't got on no clothes? But that's not even the question that I have right now. Because that's a real life question. I'm into this movie. So my question in this movie is, wait a minute, the mama and them dead. When we flashed back to the part where the mama's still alive. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, it flashed back so much. You don't know what's going on. You don't know what time you in when you in that time. So anyway, what's her name? So she go in there. She was like, Uncle, what is his name? Uncle Henry? And he was like, yeah, I stayed the night in the guest room, but I came in here this morning to talk to your mama or something. Girl, a little bad ass lie. So she was like, come on, mommy, I saw a boy in my room. And then, so her mama like, it was Miles. She was like, no, it wasn't Miles. Come on. Grab her mama hand, run her back to her room. Her mama looking in the closet and everywhere for the little boy. She was like, ain't no little boy in here. So then Flora like, it was a boy and he was strange and he ain't had no face. So then the uncle was like, well, if he ain't had, she was like, he ain't had no mouth. His mouth wasn't made yet. And then his uncle was like, well, he ain't got no mouth, means he a good listener. Means he'll be a good listener. And then he was like, you can just make up a story. She was like, and her mom was like, well, if you the only one can see the boy, maybe he want to be your friend. She was like, how he gonna be my friend when he can't tell me his name? The uncle was like, make him up a name. You give him a name and you give him a story. And then, you know, girl. So, Flora didn't say, because she now getting back in the bed, she was like, this is strange. She was like, this is strange. And then she says, I should be littler. And then her mom says, you should be 5 years old because you was 5 years old when this happened. Flora was like, why am I not 5 years old? But I'm 8 years old. And then Uncle Henry says, you know why, don't you? And then Flora says, because this is a memory. She was like, I'm tucked away again in a memory. She said, as soon as I realized, and then she wake up, but flashback, because the flash happened, and what's her name? Danny is on the side of her bed, shaking her, saying, wake up, because you remember, she was out there in the middle of the damn yard, sleepwalking, when 5 o'clock this morning. She just not waking up, girl. So she wake up. So she was like, no, what's her name? Danny was like, oh my God, are you okay? And she was like, you fainted or something. And she was like, and Flora was like, I'm okay. I'm gonna go to sleep. And this time I want to have a dream, not a memory, a dream. Flashback, now we back at the uncle office. And then, first of all, if I was secretary, I'm not knocking on his door. Period. Because he got a bad attitude. So she not the secretary knocking on the door and tell him about Flora sleepwalking. I know damn well. Oh, she just in traffic. Oh, because I was going to say, I know damn well the man. All right. So, it's knock on the door of the uncle. And the secretary say Danny called by sleepwalking. Girl, what kind of note is this? Okay, so girl, I'm like, what that note mean? Okay, so the secretary comes and she knocks on the door of the uncle. She said Danny called about Flora sleepwalking. He just be rude with her and let her go. So the uncle calls the house, and Flora answers, and she like, Flora residence. And then he asks about her mom, and then she was like, what about mommy? And then he says never mind, and he asks about the boy she's seen. He was like, did you ever see the boy again? And then she was like, no, because he was just a mint. And then he said, huh, what? She was like, Daddy says he was just a type of mint. And then she was like, Daddy said he's a figment of my imagination. First of all, Flora got the cutest little voice that you ever wanted to hear. That's one. Okay, so she said that, and then she was like, you want to speak to Daddy? Because here he go. And then she's like, Daddy, Uncle Henry's on the phone. Now Henry, then he gets on the phone, and the daddy comes to the phone. He was like, what's up? And then he was like, the dad like, what's up? So he was like, remember, the uncle is calling y'all, but he don't want the daddy because he banging your wife. He's trying to see. Girl, he trying to see if he can come over tonight. And that's on period. Because that's what he was trying to see. And it just is what it is. So, I don't know why my stuff just won't act right. So, the daddy get on the phone, and the daddy like, yeah, what you had wanted? And he was like, oh, never mind, because he didn't want you, he wanted your wife. Y'all, but let me tell y'all something. The wife be telling on her, girl, he on the phone, as soon as he hang up the phone, the wife tiptoeing and then runs away. Girl, you do not do a good job of hiding. You do not do a good job of hiding. So he gets off the phone because he ain't want in the first place. He was like, what's his name? The uncle asked the brother, asked Dominic. He was like, oh, I didn't know you was home. He was like, yeah. And then a ninja that's banging your wife always, why you gonna say the kids must be excited to see you? No, ninja, my wife and my kids is excited to see me. What is you talking about? Because for some reason, they little figment of mine, they be like, you satisfying all that, but really you not. It's a figment of your imagination. Like, chill out. Like, legitly. Chill out. So, yeah. So, they gets off the phone and the wife runs after he gets off the phone with the uncle. And alter ego tell him he's scary or whatever. And so, Danny is talking to Hannah, and because it skipped, it jump scene, and Danny is talking to Hannah, and then Hannah like, how she doing? Danny like, she been asleep all day, and then Danny was like, where you been, Hannah? And Hannah was like, I don't actually know what I've done all day or where I've been, because at this point we know Hannah dead too. For one, she still got on this damn turtleneck. For two, Miles pushed her ass down in that well. But for three, we don't know what the going on. Not us that's watching the show. So, Hannah leaves. Like, damn, let me go figure out what I did today. And then Danny tucks Flora in and then walks off. Y'all, why when this lady turn her head and walks off? Why that little boy that don't got no face? Why he is playing in the dollhouse? Like, in there moving the pieces, playing with the dollhouse. She turns around because, like, I guess with ghosts, you feel them watching you. She turns around and see, but she don't see nothing. Girl, it's a whole boy ghost in the room with you. There's too much going on. Okay, so Danny comes downstairs. Yeah, Danny comes downstairs and Hannah and Owen is sitting at the table. And then Jamie come back in and she was like, I thought you was gone. She was like, I was gonna leave, and then I thought about it. You had a long, rough day. And I said, let's go for a walk. And she was like, but I got the kids. And then Hannah and Owen was like, we got the kids. We already got that handled. Go ahead. So her and why boys don't take me on walks? So anyway, Hannah and so they goes for a walk through the woods or whatever. So this is when Jamie tells Hannah her life story. So here we go. Want to make sure. Oh yeah. So she tells Danny her life stories, and here we go.